love. We're located in the beautiful city of St. Louis, Missouri, 3617 Wyoming Street, St. Louis, Missouri, 63116. We are a Christian family. Some people may ask, are you? Yes, we are. But we're a new thought. We want to bring a new thought to you. How about, changing the way you think? And changing the way you think can change your situation. And that is what we teach here. Changing your situation. If the old ways doesn't work, try something new. So we ask that you try us. Again, we're located in the beautiful, beautiful Midtown, 3617 Wyoming. I just want to say something right quick. What we are as divine scientists here. We're a Christian with the deepest sense and in traditions of the earliest Christian churches. Divine science is based on the teachings of Jesus Christ. We're also considered to be a study in Christian metaphysicals and mysticism. Now, to some people that scares you. Some people say, mysticism, what are you talking about? Well, we're talking about the same thing that you're talking about when you talk about Jesus laying hands on someone and they recover. We're talking the same thing when we say that, say to the mountain, be thou removed, and that mountain is moved out of your way. See, we believe those things. Therefore, that's where the mysticism and the metaphysical comes in. We embrace the truth as taught by Jesus Christ through his ministry, but does not exclude other religions in their thought. Because truth is truth, regardless of who's saying it and where they're saying it. There's one God, we believe, and if there's one God and one power, then there are no other powers that exist except for the ones that we make up on our own. We recognize the philosophies, like I said, of the East, and of course the philosophies of our own, of African religion, being first. We choose not to forget that, although in other religions it's often forgotten. This is not a new thing, but it is a new thought from our way of thinking and the way we've been taught. We study the Bible's teachings again, and we look to Jesus Christ as our way shower. He has shown us the way to love. He's shown us the way to be, and he's shown us how we will reach our higher heights in understanding and knowing the one power. Again, my name is Reverend Dr. Nina Tumpe, and I welcome you here to the Center for Divine Love. Our service today will be our statement of being, our praise team video, our divine science practice and principles by Reverend Tia Atkins, call to higher consciousness, our meditation. Our speaker for today will be a newbie on the stage. Miss Falami Ambonije Fitzgerald will be speaking on this morning. Our selection by our very own Cheryl Brown and Peter Williams. Our offering, Doxology, our Divine Science News by Reverend Dr. Howard Denson, and then our closing. We won't be before you long, so we ask that you continue to stay. We ask that you watch our past to see where we're going in the future. And our statement of being is this. You can say it with me. God is all, both visible and invisible. One presence, one mind, one power is all. This one that is all is perfect life, perfect love, and perfect substance. I am an individualized expression of God and ever one with this perfect life, perfect love, and perfect substance.
A change has come over washed away all my sins, and He made me whole. He changed my life complete, and now I sit at His feet to do what must be done. I'll work His way until He comes.
today's principle deals with faith. And it answers the question, or attempts to, how much faith do you need? Faith is not a competition. When it comes to faith, you should not be comparing yourself to other people. You shouldn't be thinking, oh, so-and-so always gets what they want. They're such a good manifester. They must have more faith than I do. That is not necessarily the case. Everyone has a modicum of faith. And you have all the faith that you need. But faith isn't just about believing that God is. It is about knowing the principles of how to employ God's principles. There are people who not only believe, because a lot of people believe, but it's about getting results. It's about applying principles, about thinking positively, guarding your heart, covering your ears and your eyes, and making sure that you're only allowing the positive into your spirit. And that requires taking action. The action of removing yourself from situations that are not helpful, the action of guarding your mouth, because the word says that it's not what goes into you that defiles you, but what comes out. So you need to make sure that you are speaking positively, thinking positively, and acting positively. If you employ this principle of being positive, the faith that you have will help you to achieve that which you wish to achieve. You have the faith you need. And so it is.
beautiful song. As we move into the next portion of our service this morning and prepare ourselves to hear the word, I'm going to ask that you take a moment and look around and make sure that all is well in your space. And that believing that you're in a safe space, that you will take a moment now to center yourself by closing your eyes and taking a big breath in through your nostrils and holding that breath. Now, exhale, releasing, relaxing, all that no longer serves your highest and greatest good. As we go into this morning's meditative today, to deliberate and heal us from the burden of generational trauma and societal injustices, we recognize that holding on to negative thoughts and feelings only serves to deplete our energy and prevent us from experiencing the divine oneness that exists within us and all beings. This morning we affirm that forgiveness is a necessary healing and liberation. We let go of judgment and resentment and make room for grace. We acknowledge our errors and we are accountable for our own actions. We communicate honestly with ourselves and others, which leads to understanding and growth. So this morning, we affirm that for ourselves and generations to come. And so it is.
Welcome to Center for Divine Love. My name is Falami, and I will be giving the message for today. And I'm just going
know that we overly identify with our human experiences because when we have things that, what we call trauma, we have trauma experiences and things like that, we tend to hold on to them. We hold on to them, and we make that a part of our self-identity, like, oh, I'm a victim of this, and when we know that we are not our human experiences, we don't identify with that so much. We're not overly dependent on that as a part of ourselves. Let me see, I've kind of lost myself. So, the great philosopher N.D.R.E. said, I am not my hair, I am not this skin, I am the soul that lives within, right? Now, y'all laugh when I said the great philosopher N.D.R.E. Her music is a masterclass in spirituality, okay? I invite you to listen to her entire discography. But yes, we know that we are not this hair. We are not this skin. We are the soul that lives within. So, we have a few examples of these kinds of this concept in mainstream media, and I'm going to talk about a couple of those. There's a movie called Soul. I'm not sure if you guys have seen it. Have you guys seen it? I watched it a few years ago when it came out, and I didn't get it. I'm telling you, at first I didn't really get it. I thought it was nice. I like the concept of us, that this is true. Like, we're a soul, and then we get our earth experience. And so I liked how they were, they're depicting that. However, at the end of the movie, it was just basically a moral saying, just enjoy life every day, every moment. And honestly, I didn't get it. I was like, it seems anticlimactic. But when we know who we are, like when we have the Christ consciousness that says we are one with the Almighty Creator of the universe, it makes us appreciate every moment here on earth. Like, it makes us really slow down and just, oh wow, what an interesting human experience this is. Like, everything is marvelous to us. Everything is interesting, something to find joy in. And that's what's depicted in that movie. So yeah, I invite you guys to check it out. It is a powerful movie, and because the thing is, he was waiting for his life to begin. He was waiting for a certain event, okay, a career that he wanted, and he was like, he felt like his life was meaningless without that one thing he was waiting on. And we all can relate to that, right? Everyone's waiting for this big amount in your bank account in order for you to start living. Everybody's waiting for, oh my God, for me to find this great love of my life, for you to start living. And you're missing the moments, all these moments leading up to that. I mean, but the thing is, when you are appreciating and truly living and being present in those moments, you don't even then need this big thing. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, you don't need then something in the future that's going to make you happy in the future. You're already happy. You're already free. Another movie that I found very powerful that I invite everyone to look at is called 9 Days. It's an independent film, and it stars Winston Duke, the person who played in Baco and Black Panther, and Zazie Beetz. She's the lead actress in the television show Atlanta. And this is also a movie where they're interviewing souls for life on Earth. there's three poignant parts in that film. There's a part where he gives the assignment to all the contestants of Life on Earth and tells them to look at these monitors of other people who are experiencing, they're just looking at people who are experiencing life on Earth on monitors, right? And they're saying, look at this, and write down the things you like. Just observe life on life, and write down. And so they do. They all write down. He's going through it, their books afterward. And they all write down a few things. Most people write down a few things. This one person wrote down so much. It was just pages and pages and pages and pages and pages and pages. And he was like, and he told her, he said, I think you need to be a little more selective. He told her, I think you need to be more selective. But I started boo-hooing. If anybody knows me, I cry about everything. I love emoting. So, yeah, I was just like, oh my God, because it reminded me of me. Because a lot of people said it about me too. I just like, oh, I love this. I love this. And people are like, girl, like, you need to be more selective. That's what they say. And, but I really resonated with her character because I said, that's me. Like, I do the same thing. And they called her a free spirit, and that's what I think of as my, think of myself as. And another poignant part in the film was when they were at dinner. They were discussing different. They were telling each other different stories from their observations of life on Earth. And one person said a particular horror story, talking about a heinous crime. And she asked the person who wrote that long list of all the things she liked. She was like, "Why would you?" She said, "I feel like that's a rare event. Like, that's not the norm by far." And the person who said it said, "But stuff like that happens every day on Earth, every day." And she was like, "Yeah, but it's just so outweighed by so many great things, like so many good things that happen." She said, "So why would you focus on that?" And he said, "Why wouldn't you focus on it?" So that's just deep right there. That's deep. Because what you focus on expands. I just wanted to say, what you focus on expands. We know that, but let's really internalize that. We have to keep hearing it. What we focus on expands. That means so much for how we are living this life. It's the reason why when it comes to when racial injustice has happened and all that, I particularly, myself, just me as an individual, I don't resonate with going out protesting, even though it's good with everything has its place, right? I just don't do it because I know that this is an attraction-based universe. So when you're shouting no at something, the universe doesn't hear the no, it just hears what you're paying attention to. So I like to focus more on solving the problem. I like to focus more on solution basis instead of just shouting no. That's just me. But I need to wrap this up here. So we're going to, the third part of the film that was so poignant was that she did not get chosen to come to life on Earth, but she didn't care about that because she had lived those 9 days. She had lived, and baby, she wrote down every single moment that she treasured during those 9 days. She wrote them down in different places in the house where they were being interviewed. And that is just such a lesson for us all, like I said, to let's take the time to be present and live, because the present is a gift, literally. So let's live. That's what it means. That's part of what it means to have Christ consciousness, is living right now, every moment with joy from within that is not something that is dependent on circumstances. It's just joy from within. So there's so much more, of course, to cover on that topic, but in 25 minutes, there's only so much you can say. So maybe I'll have the opportunity to come back before you, maybe not. So I just have to say that thank you so much for listening. And I want to wrap it up by saying, let us know that we are one with the power that creates universes. And really know what that power means. Okay? Thank you.
Trash man didn't get my trash today. Oh, why? Because they want more pay. Buses on strike want a raise in fare so they could help pollute the air. But that's what makes the world go round. The ups, the downs, the carousel, changing people's heads around. Go underground, young man. People make the world go round. But that's what makes the world go round. The ups, the downs, the carousel, changing people's heads around. Go underground, young man. People make the world go round. Ooh. Buses on strike want a raise in fare so they can help pollute the air. Big men smoking in their easy chair on a fat cigar without a care. But that's what makes the world go round. The ups, the downs, the carousel, changing people's heads around. Go underground, young man. And people make the world go round. People make the world go round. Ooh, people make the world go round. People make the world go round.
Amen. People make the world go round. Thank you, Cheryl and Patel, for that wonderful rendition. Well, people actually do make the world go round. We appreciate your participation this morning. We appreciate the opportunity to be infused with a fresh voice, and the word that has been spoken has been edifying to all who had ears to hear. We're at that portion of our service where we make space for you to participate in circulating what you have in your hand into this ministry. Now, we don't make the appeal because there's a lack. We don't make the appeal for need or greed. But we make the appeal because we make space for you to sow the seed into this place that has, in some form or fashion, blessed you. So this morning, why don't you prepare yourself to participate? Simply take your mobile application, because many of you are giving by way of PayPal, or you're giving by way of Cash App, or whatever method that you're giving. Take your app in your hand, your mobile phone, and just repeat after me. Today I give, not for need, neither greed. I give because my giving prospers me. And so this morning, I affirm, I am a generous and joyful giver, sharing my blessings with the world. As I give freely and abundantly to this ministry, I attract even more abundance and prosperity into my life. I trust that the universe is infinitely abundant and that there is always enough to give and receive with ease and gratitude. So I am grateful for the opportunity to give and to receive, and for the blessings that flow through me and to me. And so it is. Thank you for your giving. Circulate, circulate, circulate. And so it is.
God is my source. God is my power. God gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings. God gives me everything I need. God is my source. God is my power. God gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings. God gives me everything I need.
Amen. What a message. What a service. Such depth. So many things to reflect upon. Divine news this week. Oh my goodness. Can you believe the things that are happening? A child's ball rolls into his neighbor's lawn, and that becomes a reason to shoot the child and their father. Cheerleaders return to the parking lot where parents greet their children, and a young lady opens the door thinking that it's her car, and she is shot. There's a Sweet 16 party. Such a joyous occasion. Except 3 young people shoot up the place, killing several and maiming others. Okay. I'm convinced that often is what we don't know that creates evil in the world. And we just got to stop telling ourselves that America is so wonderful, because whether it was ever true or not, it's not true now. And if we aren't willing to critically look at our culture, I'm talking about all cultures that make up America, and be willing to implement changes, I think we should know that it's going to get worse. It's not going to get better. So without reflecting on the forces the last many years that have come together to amplify division, to amplify racism, to amplify violence, to not treat mental illness, it's our job to create more heaven on earth. And that is your divine news for this Sunday. Thank you for being with us. And so it is.
Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, the peace that was meant to be. God as creator, family all are we. Let me walk with my family in perfect harmony. Let peace begin with me. Let this be the moment now. With every step I take,